Do today, guys, is just tie up pretty much a basic, nice and quick assist rig. So this guy here, this is the exact one actually. So all we're going to do, basically, I'll start off here with my 50-pound Powerflex Kevlar, and so it's in bright pink. Main reason being, so you guys at home watching this video can see what I'm doing. I've then got my solid ring, which is a GP ring made by Decoy, which is a size 4. Looks pretty small, but it is it's nice and strong, going to do the job for me. And then next I've got my Zesta split ring, which is a size 5. Main reason I'm using quite a big split ring, I find with spring, spawning snapper, they tend to kind of latch on to the bottom of my jigs. Latch on and generally won't let go, so you think you've got a hook up, you think you've got a fish, but what then happens if you're using too small a split ring will open up, you lose your jig. As we know, with a lot of these slow pitch jigs, they're not generally the cheapest, so we don't want that to happen. So size 5, nice big split ring, no issues. I've then got my, so they're a Shout Spark hook, which is as well as you can see there, a Spade hook. So nice and easy to tie on. I mean, I think a lot of people kind of get a bit scared by Spade hooks and tying onto Spade hooks, but it's really no big deal. Probably, if anything, just as easy, if not easier, to tie on than an eyed hook. So nice and simple. All I've done here is cut myself so this is 20 centimeter length of Powerflex 50-pound Kevlar cord, and from there I'll get my vise out, and we'll tie them up, and we'll do a bit of a step-by-step, and we'll get you out there fishing. Cheers! All I'm going to do here is just a super basic uni knot, so lay the line along the back there, create myself a little half hitch in there, leave myself a little tag end, and all I'm going to do is bring him through once, and then what I'm going to do as well is pull it up nice and tight on itself twice. So as I'm pulling that, I'll pull it back into itself 3 times. So you want to realistically get through about 4. So we'll go through number 4 here, just like that. So it can be a wee bit difficult just to get that last one. So just like that, and then all I'm doing here is hold on to them with my forefinger and my thumb, and then grab your tag end nice and tight, and then that's your basic assist rig tied. So nice and simple, nice and easy. So it's a really simple technique, and like I say, all I'm going to do here is rotate. So put a bit more tension on that. I'm going to rotate it again up to the inside of the shank of the hook, and then pull it up nice and tight against the spade bit there. Nice and simple, and we're all done. Cool, so now I've got my my second hook loaded into my vise. You don't need a vise for this, but I find it makes it a lot easier, especially for filming purposes. So all I'm doing is go along the top, the back end of the shank of the hook, create myself a little half hitch. And don't be shy to give yourself a bit extra in your tag end, because as you pull up the knot, you can pull the extra tag end through. So again, all I'm doing is go around the shank of the hook, pull him up onto himself like that. 1, 2, 3, and again, make sure you're pulling them down onto themselves. And we'll go number 4. So number 4 can sometimes be a wee bit difficult just because your tag end's getting smaller and smaller. So then all you want to do is grip that with your thumb and your forefinger, pull that up. Remember to be careful of the second hook, it should be sharp, and then that's it. Nice and simple again. So all I'm going to do now, rotate that round to the underside, or the inside, sorry, of the hook, and pull that tight. So I've got my pliers here, and I'll grab my second hook, and all I'm doing, put some tension on it, make sure everything's nice and tight. Super simple, clean and tidy. So now I've got both my ends tied on. What we're going to do now is show you how to finish it off. Attach a solid ring, split ring, and you're good to go fishing. Okay, cool. So now I've got my basic rig here. So what I've done basically is just put some plastic tubing over the hook points, just basically to protect my fingers. It's generally a good idea, especially if you've sunk a few hooks into your fingers before. You know it doesn't feel the greatest. So all I'm going to do here is put my two spade points together with my hooks facing inwards, like so. And then I'm just going to run my fingers up there and trap this piece here. Grab my solid ring, and all I'm going to do is go up through the solid ring like that and around. And then because I want to lock it down, I'm going to grab this point here and just spin it on itself and up and over like so. And then I just want to pull that point down. At this point you can make sure you're getting everything pull up nice and even. And so now you want to grab some pliers. So I've got my pliers here. And just pull that up nice and tight. Just like so. So now your solid ring's going to lock in place. And all I'm going to do now is put my split ring on. Nice and easy. Size 5. Good size split ring. You know, you're not losing jigs. You're not worrying about too much like that. And there we go. Finished rig. Nice and easy. Everything that's been shown in this video is all available at www.rodandreel.co.nz. Hope this has been helpful, and hopefully gets you out there fishing. Cheers!